Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Let's Write a Novel Together. And we are on day 6 of this. It's going quite quickly, isn't it? Wow. We're on day 6, still working through the pre-writing stages and using Lisa Cron's Story Genius to get us started. If you want to know more, if you've just discovered Let's Write a Novel Together, then you can check out right from the beginning, day 1, 2, 3, etc. But today we're on day 6, and we've moved through the kind of what of the story, what's going to happen, what's the starting point, and now we've moved on to the who. Who is in this story? And yesterday, day 5, Lisa asked us to write a thumbnail sketch of the character, who our character is at the beginning of the story. Before we enter into the plot line. So this is who your character is right at the beginning, before we enter the plot line, so we know who they are in their normal life, their everyday life, before we sort of make things difficult for them with the plot. So you've written that thumbnail sketch, or certainly I have, and now the next step of that is to look at what the character wants when they enter the novel. So everybody needs to have something that they want, whether they even realize it or not. And you'll have heard of this being talked about a lot. You hear it talked about the external want and the internal need. So we can often think about the external want as something physical, something tangible that you can see and maybe hold on to. You have a real concrete concept of what that is. And then that internal desire is the less tangible elements. It's the emotions, it's the feelings, it's the dreams and the ambitions and the security, feelings of security that your character might want. And so this is what we're looking at the beginning. So we're looking at, what does your character want at the beginning of the novel, even if they don't think they have a chance of getting it. And she makes the good point that it's possible that your character right now at this beginning point, they don't know what it is they want, or they have a feeling for what it is that they want, but they can't quite articulate it yet. So that's fine for your character, but you as the creator, you as the godlike figure of this world, you've got to know what it is that they want. You've got to be able to articulate what it is that your character wants. And she says, be as specific as possible. Use the eyes wide shut test. So if you can't close your eyes and envision what it is that your character wants, then it's not there yet. And I thought this was a really good way of thinking about it. If you can't see it in your imagination, then you don't know what it is yet, and you need to stay at this stage and continue thinking about what it is your character wants at the beginning of the story. And once you've got a formation in your mind about what that is, then you can go ahead and write these few paragraphs. So that is certainly, this was a great question, and it really helped me solidify, okay, what practical things, what external wants does my character Ashley have? And when I was thinking about the idea of parenthood and the sort of theme of the point of the book being that parenthood is really hard, you're never prepared for it. There's no guide, there's no manual. Doesn't matter how many times you read what to expect when you're expecting, nothing prepares you for this real life human being coming into your life that is all ego, no id, and you are there at their beck and call just so that they survive and make it through the day. No pressure. So I was thinking about this and what that would mean, and for my character. And so Ashley wants a baby. I don't think she realizes it yet that she wants this baby, because everything up until the start of the book, and in fact I think everything up until quite late on in the story is going to be her not realizing that she wants a baby, her thinking she doesn't want a baby. And she's told herself that she's one of those women, just doesn't want a child, just not maternal in that way. I don't want a baby. But rather she's more interested in her career. And that's what drives her. It's that career that drives her and makes her happy. And that's what makes her feel like she's got a purpose in life and makes her feel fulfilled. so that's what she wants, and it's one of the things that she likes about her marriage to Callum, is that he's really independent, he's got his own career, he's self-sufficient, he doesn't make too many demands on her, he doesn't expect her to be the wife at home who's cooking and cleaning and keeping house. She too can be independent, she's got her own income coming in, and so they're not dependent on one another, they're kind of more interdependent, and she likes that. So she doesn't feel that she's responsible for him and his happiness and giving him what he needs. So he can do a bit of DIY easily, he can cook a bit, and he gets things done. So she doesn't have to nag him, she doesn't have to ask him to do all these things. He's responsible, a fully responsible adult. And so that's what she's wanting. She wants to kind of continue along that line, not realizing that actually what she really wants is a baby and a family, and to feel connected to and be depended on, and feel that she is responsible for this child that she might bring into the world, and that she's capable, which kind of we all want to know, that we're capable of looking after our children. Yeah, so that's the things. Well, the other thing that she's wanting is she thinks what she wants and that will make her happy is knowing who her perpetrator is, knowing if that person can be caught and put in jail, then everything will be fine again, and she'll be able to carry on with her life as if nothing bad ever happened, which of course is not true. It will always affect her, it will always be there, even if they find who did it. That experience and living with that experience for so long has impacted her and will impact her for the rest of her life. Doesn't need to dominate her life, but it's certainly going to impact her life. All right, so that's how I got on. So if you're writing along with me, if you're doing this with me, do let me know in the comments below how what your character wants at the beginning of the story, and was it easy for you to know what they want, or was actually that quite a tricky question when you were asked to give something specific, when you were asked to close your eyes and envision what they want, that physical thing that they want? Were you able to do that? Or did you have to kind of take some time and think about it like I did? Let me know. And of course, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell if you want to know when my next video is coming up, and continue writing along with me. I would love it if you did. So I will see you next time. Bye.